When COVID hit, everyone was affected, and every area of our life was also affected. And because of it, very many people lost their jobs, businesses collapsed, people were retrenched from work, others' salaries were cut. So we did not all stay the same. And because of that, we needed to pivot or to re strategize or to shift. Our guest of today was able to shift from having a school, because we all know that schools were affected, to starting a decorating business. So she's going to tell us all about it. My name is Doreen Kukundakwe, and on this channel, we share about women wellness and well-being. And on that note, in today's video, I have my beautiful friend Immy. Immy, you're very welcome. Thank you for accepting the invite to come to the channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, so please introduce yourself.
I'm Immaculate Kakoza, married to Tumine Emmanuel. I'm a mother of four, two amazing boys and two lovely girls.
Mm.
By the grace of God, I'm the director for iTech Events
Wow.
Limited.
Yes.
Yes,
You are very welcome.
thank you.
Yeah, so we talked before, there's a backstory here, and you shared with me how you have not always been a decorator.
Yes.
And you told us that the story of decoration started actually after COVID.
Yeah, before
So
COVID.
before COVID. Oh, yeah. So please tell us more from the beginning of how everything happened up to where you are now.
Oh,
Mm.
thank you, Doreen.
Yes.
Um, I used to have a school, Teresa Kid Care,
Wow. Nice
and
name.
preschool.
Mm.
I used to own it with a friend. Along the way, we had it for some years.
Mm.
Along the way, a friend of mine, okay, this got me praying for another side business.
Mm.
I was praying about it. I kept telling God, I want a side business. I want something I can also do alongside the school.
Okay.
Along the way, there is a friend of mine, a friend to my husband, invited us for a party.
Mm.
And my husband was going to be busy that day. He told me, you know what, you come and go and represent me. Come
Mm.
and go and represent us as a family.
Okay.
So we went for that party. And as the party was ending, like there when you're talking to people,
Mm.
I was talking with the wife to my husband's friend. She's called Victoria Natumanya.
Mm.
We were talking about business. I was telling her how business is, like how business moves.
Yes.
So she told me, how about if you start up something else in Mark? That's how she calls me.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, Vicky, like what? She's like, how about if you do baking? I'm like, no, already I have a sister in marriage who is a baker. Like I don't want us, since we are already in the same family, I really don't feel like we should do this. She's like, how about if you do deco?
Oh.
I'm like, Vicky,
Mm.
can I really do decoration? She's like, Imaka, I know you can do this. You love these things, you love putting things together and the rest. So after that, I went back home. I even told my husband as we were going back home.
Mm.
I told him everything that we had talked about with her. You're like, hey, okay, we left each other. But that sound kept in my mind like every day. Even when I slept, I think I dreamt about it.
Mm.
I'm like, God, if this is real, I should try
Do
and
it.
see. Like,
Mm.
let it happen. I went, we prayed. It was around that period of Easter. I was fasting.
Mm.
I kept telling God, like, manifest, show me signs that I should do this.
Mm.
And along the way, like things started happening. Like a lot of things kept coming in, one or two, until I told God I need a client
Mm.
for me to know that I'm supposed to start this.
Yes.
On a good day, just like that, my sister, another sister in marriage called Catherine,
Mm.
she does makeup.
Mm.
She recommends me. I told her about it and how I want to start this. And everyone was like, oh, this will be very nice. All of us should have something into this event thing.
Yeah.
So she recommended me. She connected me to some bride of mine.
Mm.
And You can't believe it. The first time I blundered, Doreen. Like it was a real blunder. I did. Like I can't even explain what exactly came through
Mm.
because it was. I felt so how I can't even explain it so well. It was so bad. I came back feeling so bad. I went back on my knees again. Asked
Mm.
God, like, will this thing really be always like this? I really need you to come through once again.
Mm.
Let me know
Mm.
how do I really make this better. My again, she recommended me to an next client.
Yes.
This time round, I'm like, God, I'm putting my all. I want to see this come through.
Mm.
Just as we started, I talked with the girl. She really believed in me. That
Mm.
was the first thing. And she was like, okay, how do we send deposit? I'm like, oh God, the money is coming.
Yeah.
So she deposited. We started on that the day before her function. Oh God, I prayed. I
Mm.
prayed. I prayed so much. Like, God, help me this time around. It has to come through.
Mm.
But what made me feel like this is going to really come, like I'm going to do this,
Mm.
that bride along the way got a friend also had a function coming through.
Mm.
Okay, like the signs I was asking God for.
Mm. Mm. The signs
So
kept
that's
aligning.
that friend of mine, that that bride told me a friend of hers was going to have a giveaway.
Mm.
And along the way, something came up and she tried to get another person. But when she came for the function for her friend,
Mm.
the function I think was so colorful. I think I prayed for favor. I asked God for him to come and manifest, and trust me, I think he manifested. When she
Mm.
came, I think she went back home and told her parents, "No, I
This is
want
the
Immy
one I
now to
want.
come and work for me." So
Yes.
that was one of the like things that started to show that
Mm.
like the confirmation is here. You're going to do this, and I'm in it.
Mm.
That's how we started. She also gave me her job, and along the way, other functions kept coming in,
Mm.
and that's how we are here.
Oh,
So
that's
COVID,
awesome. Yes.
let me go back to how did we change from that time,
Mm.
because I started this journey of decoration in 2019
Mm.
November.
Mm.
So COVID came through in March.
Yes.
Oh no,
2020.
February 2020.
Yes.
I had just done only two functions around that time. No,
Mm.
three functions around that time. So that's when COVID came in.
Mm.
We sat home. But in that period of COVID, I kept getting small gigs around, like
Mm.
housewarming, baptisms, so small gigs.
Mm.
At least it like kept me going along the way in that
Mm.
period of COVID.
Mm.
COVID came in. We stayed at home for some time. They used to say like schools are opening in June, and then it will
We
continue.
close.
It will
Yeah.
continue around this time.
Mm.
But remember, I was renting that place, so
Where the school was.
yes,
Mm.
and we're paying a lot of money.
Mm.
My landlord back then kept telling me, "But Immaculate, how are you going to do this? This is like the money is over accumulating. How are we going
Mm.
to do it?"
Mm.
Until when I'm like, you know what? Maybe give up that place. Like give it to, because he told me he had gotten people who wanted to rent it out.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, probably I should let it go.
Mm.
I'll look for another place along the way. Time went on, like another year came in 2021 as well.
Yes.
So still, it wasn't yet open fully.
Mm.
I like, let me try. I first tried a little to try and see if I could get another place, but we failed to get a good location that I really felt could bring out like
The
what exactly we
school.
were doing, because we had
Mm.
a very good location for the school.
Mm.
I like the good thing I have this. Maybe let me focus on this. Probably God was telling me to let go of the other
Mm.
and
The
focus, because He
focus.
introduced me to this
Mm.
in the process. So I think He ushered me into deco for a
Mm.
reason at that
Mm.
time.
Mm.
That's how we started, and that's
Mm.
how we got here.
Wow. Thank you so much, Immy, for that story. I knew the story, but I didn't know all this. One of the things that has really come out so plainly is the power of your village, the people that know you, the people want to pull the best out of you, the people that want to call the best out of you. They identified that, this person can do this. And even with God's positioning, now you're doing what you're doing right now.
Yes.
In that even if COVID came, you got something, you got a business even out of it. So we really thank God for that. We are going to take a short break as we view some of iTech's beautiful work, and then we shall be back, continue with the interview. Yeah, so from the story, you mentioned you started doing decor in November 2019.
Yes.
I remember you also did my decor, and it was in
2020.
2020 in December. She really did an amazing job. And since then, I've been giving her all our family functions.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the kind of person she is. She will always put in her all. And I love that you even pray for you, for the events that are coming, for the decorations that are coming. I really love that so much. But there are so many decorators in Mara or even in Kampala. So, what makes you stand out? Why should we give you our jobs to come and decorate at the functions?
Okay.
Yes.
Like you've said,
Mm.
God positions, right?
Yes.
So I can't really say it's my own making.
Mm.
I feel it's the grace of God,
Mm.
because it's God who gives us all these clients.
Mm.
Because I can't say that I know I do good work. That's what I should say. I know I do good work.
The good work sells you.
Yes.
Mm.
So the good work sells me. At the same time, it's the grace of God.
Mm.
Yes, it's God who favors me.
Mm.
And at least I pray, because like I've told you, I pray about it, and
Mm.
God provides. Another thing, I'm a hands-on person.
Mm.
Like Darren, every time you give me a job, I never will delegate people to go and do without me. I always try my level best, and also trying out different things. Like every time, like what I did on Doreen's function, I can't do it on your brother's function. I want to see like that different change every time we're trying to do another gig.
Yeah, continuously learning the art
Yes, every
and
day,
perfecting it.
every day.
Mm.
Yes.
And I like that you're very friendly, like someone wants to still come and work with you.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you,
you even have to
Doreen.
look for functions there, like someone's birthday, what, to still work with you. So that
Thank
is
you.
another value or strength that you have that
Thank
you should
you.
continue investing in. And I
Thank you.
think those are the traits that have helped you to thrive.
Probably.
Yeah, they should be. So, how do you deal with staffing? Do you have like permanent staff? Do you have contract staff? How do you go about
Yeah,
that
we have
since
both.
your events are seasonal?
Yes, we
Mm,
have both,
mm,
both the permanent and contract staff.
okay.
Yes.
Mm,
So there are those ones that come in on the when we get a function, and there are those ones that have been staying.
okay. So, do you decorate all functions, birthdays, weddings, funerals, and all that?
I do all the. I do birthdays. I
Mm.
do the proposals, weddings,
Wow.
giveaways,
Mm.
introductions, first visits, the ones we call kuchala, pre kugamba obugeni
Mm.
lunyankole. Then, but I don't do burials. Oh, let me give you a scenario of
Uh,
a friend of mine, Jackie.
mm.
Jackie became my friend because she started as my client,
Mm.
but I think we become good friends. She has
Mm.
really I've done like 4 to 5 functions in her home,
Yes.
but it there came a time her mother passed on.
Oh, sorry.
Jackie calls me in the
Mm.
morning. She tells me even her birthday was coming close. We were supposed to
Mm.
do her birthday like 2 weeks to. I
Mm.
think they were like 2 weeks because I was even on that group and there was that countdown of what 2 day. Well, like I think there were like 12 days remaining, something.
Mm.
Very few days were remaining to her birthday, and her mother passes on.
Oh dear.
She comes on the group and she says, "People, the birthday is out. My mother has died." I'm like, "Oh my
So
god, this is
sad.
so sad."
Mm.
In So I was like, okay, maybe like any other things. As I was there, she
Mm.
calls me early in the morning at 6. Hi, Immy. No, she usually calls me. Hi, love. I'm
Mm.
like, oh my god. Maybe Jackie is not telling me something like.
Mm.
But along the way, I'm like, sorry about what has happened. What is the program? I want to come to your home. She's like, no, I've not called you for that.
Oh my
I
god.
want you to come and decorate my home. I'm like, Jackie, I've done everything.
Mm.
Ask me any other thing I
Oh
can do
my
at your
god.
home. But this
Mm.
one, I
I cannot
cannot.
do.
So
Yeah.
like, I understand. I also thought about it, but
Mm.
she's like, you're going to come and
Wow.
say like where they'll put the casket. And I'm like,
Oh
Jackie,
my
I
god.
know, like I can do a lot
Mm.
for you. Like I can do all the other things you can try to ask me, but this one is a big no for me. So
Mm.
like, you first come and see what you can do.
Mm.
I'm like, Jackie, okay, let me come and see. Probably I will come and bring someone who can do
Can
this.
help out.
But me, I'm not doing this. Jackie,
Mm.
I really love money. I want to work, but this money, I don't
I love
want
money.
it. I even went and told God, Mukama, of all the things I've asked for, this
This
one
one
is a
is
big no.
where is the place of God in the business?
First place always.
Yes.
First place always, because he's the one. I feel like everything that is happening in this business and in my life,
Mm.
like in general, since childhood, I
Mm.
feel it's God.
Amen. So we thank God because even from the beginning, it's God who ordered
Yes.
the step of you starting this.
Yes.
Have you faced any challenges, or it has all been rosy and
A lot of challenges.
Yes.
At the beginning, like the first thing was
Mm.
I like there's how I want to see everything coming out so well. Sometimes clients can give you money and you feel like maybe it will be enough. And
Mm. And
some
it's not
along the way the
enough.
money gets done even before you do
Mm.
anything.
Mm.
The other challenge I've faced, um, clients wanting a lot of like beautiful things with a very low budget. Like someone
Story of
can
my life.
someone can
Some
come with a
clients.
like she comes with this kind of like, for
Mm.
example, like this deco that was for like 150 and they want to give you 3 to 5 million in that kind of deco, and you're like,
Yes.
but this cannot come out in that money, and they're like,
Mm.
no, you can pull it off, you can try this. So that has also been a challenge because people feel like, okay, they want a lot of beautiful things, but the
Mm.
money cannot get
Mm.
it out.
Yeah.
And also these clients who come, you've worked, like they've told you, you've been on these colors,
Mm.
let's say we said green and white, until like that they come on Monday. No, let me say Tuesday. The function is on Friday, and then they tell you, no, we are changing to black, and you're like, but like we're almost there,
We've already
like
gotten
everything has
everything.
already been bought, and
Yeah.
because most of the some of the things we don't own them, you've hired them already, you've paid
Mm.
for them, and someone comes in tells you, no, we are changing to white and black, and you're
Mm.
like, we've already gotten all these things. How do we really? And like someone is like, no, I insist, I want this color now. And yet you've been moving this journey for months,
Mm.
and we are already on the almost getting close to the D-Day.
Mm.
So that is just another challenge.
Mm.
Basically, yeah.
But you always manage to convince us,
In
and
one,
then we go
yeah.
with what we had chosen in the
No, like
first
no, no,
place.
no. There are those ones you cannot convince. Them. For
Mm.
them, they've already. No, my clothes. My clothes. I changed the clothes along the way, and
Yeah.
you try to see how to work within, but
Mm.
somehow it affects you because at times you can be like, you've gotten things from Doreen, and then
Mm.
Doreen
And then
does
to
not
take
have
them
this
back.
kind of thing. And then
Yeah.
in what I know, in decor refunding is one of the hardest things.
Mm.
Yes.
Because you've already hired
Paid.
some of the
So
things,
you
you've
find
already
yourself
paid.
going to another person to
Mm.
get the other things, and yet, so those are the things.
Mm. So you mentioned that you're married. Is your husband part of the business?
100%.
Mm.
Yes. He really supports
Mm.
financially, morally, spiritually, like in every aspect. He has
Mm.
really done great to see
Mm.
this becoming the way you see it.
Mm. Because you see how you guys even decorate through the night. If you don't
Yes,
have a supportive husband or an understanding
exactly,
husband, they
exactly,
will think that you've gone somewhere else.
exactly. But at times I'm always with him. In the night, he
Oh.
can even, he's the one who, at times he drives me there. He,
Mm.
like a lot he has done, and I really thank him for that.
Mm.
Yes.
Wow, this is so amazing. So now I would like you to share a few nuggets, like 3 or 4 nuggets, to a lady or a man out there. I've told me that there are some men watching out there who would like to start this business. Like, what are like 3 tips that you can give them to help them, jumpstart this business?
Okay. One thing I've seen with
Mm.
this business,
Mm.
it has a lot to do with passion. Eh? Because
Oh.
you have to really love it.
Mm.
If you really love it, you'll see it coming through. Like you have to love it.
Mm.
If it is really your passion, because I feel it is not something you just bump into to start doing.
Mm.
Just to come with a lot of passion, you have to love it. And I feel like if you own what you're really doing,
Mm.
it comes out. A lot of you see a lot coming out and thriving out of it.
Mm.
And maybe God. Because if you
Yes.
identify your passion,
Mm.
trust me, if you've not prayed, because I believe that God really
Yes.
leads us to whatever that we are trying to, whatever we do, and
Mm.
everything. You
Mm.
pray about it, ask God for guidance, because it can also be your passion, but maybe God doesn't really like destined you
Mm.
to be doing this exactly. But
Mm.
if you pray about it, God can lead. God
Yes.
guides and God speaks in different ways.
Mm.
It can let you know, like how I used to like the school. I used to
Mm.
like it. It is something I used to love.
Mm.
But or along the way, probably God will like, no, I think this is not where I want you to be. I want you
Mm.
to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing those tips,
Thank
those
you, Dory.
nuggets. I'm
Thank you,
sure a
Dory.
lady out there has been encouraged, has been empowered. If they've been down from COVID, they've not started something, maybe this is something that, they can start. So, do you have any parting shots?
Thank you, Doreen, for inviting me.
Yes.
And also want to thank all those people that have been there for me. And
Yes.
before that, I want to thank you, Victoria. Thank you. God worked through you.
Mm.
I've always told you this. God worked through you
Mm.
to introduce me to this because I was praying for something to do, and God really worked through you. I want to thank you for encouraging me. You've really encouraged me to become the better version of myself in different ways.
Mm.
I want to thank you, and God bless you, Vicky. I want to thank my other friends who have really plugged me all the time.
Mm.
Kathy, I can't thank you enough. You got me my very first client. Thank you so much. Top notch
Yeah.
makeup. Thank you.
Mm.
And all my other friends, those who have recommended me. Doreen, thank you, really plugged
Yes,
me
I
to
have.
different people. I don't take it for granted, yet you are
Mm.
also my bride.
Yes.
Thank you, you and different other people. But before I say bye, I want to thank my husband, Mr. Tumine Emmanuel.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. You've done a good job. You
Mm.
just you've really seen this grow to where
Mm.
it is right now.
Mm.
And also my babies for always praying for me, mommy. We're praying for you that you do so well, praying for me for journey masses because we've moved a lot and you've
Mm.
given me the fuel to be the best. We are iTech events
Mm.
located on High Street in Barra,
And
opposite Classic Hotel.
and the,
We hire out things for decorations and then we also decorate.
mm.
We do a lot of events management as long as you want things to do with events.
Mm.
We are here for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Immy, for coming to the channel. It
Welcome.
was such a delight to have you, to host you. I'm sure that your story has encouraged a lady out there who has been down even after COVID. They're wondering, what should I do? Where should I start? And you've shown them that, you know what, with God, we can do this. You can do this. Thank you for watching up to the end. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Leave a comment below. Share if Immy has decorated your wedding, or if you're a bride to be and you need someone to decorate for you. She
Yes.
can come to Kampala. She has done very many weddings in Kampala and she does
Yes.
an amazing job. Please leave your comment below so that we can reach out and come and make your function beautiful. I hope you've been encouraged, uplifted, and motivated to be the best version of yourself. Bye. See you in the next one.